Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Tonight I'm going to make a quick sausage casserole and mashed tatties. Slightly cheating using the old Bisto, but I like Bisto, so it doesn't matter. So you'll need either an oven-proof shallowish pan or a casserole dish, some potatoes cut and peeled, water and salt, get them on, and another pan because you'll be needing to saute some leeks to go in the mashed potatoes. The leeks I've cut and washed. It's important you wash leeks, they get really full of earth. The best thing to do is soak them in a bowl for 5-10 minutes and you'll see all the earth if you give it a stir. Right, so my potatoes are on. First thing I need to do is get some beef fat because I'm doing beef sausages. So this will just add to the flavour. Pan's on a relatively high heat, but not too bad. And just give the fat a swirl round. And then gently place your sausages in the fat. Well, it shouldn't have been that hot, but hey ho. So your sausages are brown. So they take 3 or 4 minutes. Again, you shouldn't be on too high a heat. So while they're browning, you need to chop up 1 medium sized onion. Now you take the stalk out of it. Keeping an eye on these.
Whoa.
You have to slice your white onion.
Big slices? Big slices.
Relatively thin slices. Okay, so that's the next thing that needs to go in. So keep a plate handy so that once you've coloured the sausages, I'll just use the ones that we were on because they're getting cooked again. Put the sausages to one side, a little bit more beef fat. Off the heat, get in your onions. You want to get salt straight in there so it doesn't burn. With a spoon, give them a break up. Throw that in there. Couple of carrots, cut them lengthways. Sorry, 1 carrot that I've cut in half, and then lengthways. And depending on how crunchy you like your vegetables, put the carrots at an angle. At the same time, keeping an eye on this. Getting a nice colour on it, but without burning. So I'll just cut this and we'll come back. Right, by the time you've chopped the carrot, I've diced up a bit of garlic and a little bit of celery. So, lowering the heat now. Your onions should have a nice dark colour but without being burnt. In with the rest of your vegetables. Do the same with them. A bit more salt, just to get the moisture out of them. Get them sweating. Some pepper. Now, what I failed to mention is it's important that before you heat up the pan that you're cooking the sausages in, that you need to make a cartouche bigger than the size of the pan. And the oven is preheated to 180. I forgot to say that as well. At 180 degrees Celsius. Right, so you saute these until the carrots have started to cook, and then we'll come back. That's the potatoes just come out to boil, so you need to turn them down to medium heat and tip the lid just to let the steam escape. But yeah, we'll come back once the carrots are ready. Right, so once your carrots have started to soften, you want to get some tomato puree, about a dessert spoonful, and just start to cook it out in the middle. Don't mix the veggies with it yet. While you're waiting for that, just to get an extra bit of sweetness from the carrots, put in some honey, maybe 2-3 teaspoons. Not too much. You don't want this gravy to be sickly sweet. Once the honey's in, just let it burn a little bit. And once your tomato puree is cooked in, add some dried thyme. If you want, you can use any other herb, maybe rosemary. And then add your water. Now you want to almost fill the pan, but not too full, because obviously there's sausages to go in there. You want to bring that up to the boil and let it reduce a little bit. Then we'll come back. Right. Once your sauce is reduced a wee bit and the carrots have started to soften, out with the Visto. And you could use corn flour if you want to leave it like that, and use maybe a beef stock cube, or if you've already got homemade beef stock. You want to get this gravy relatively thick. It's up to yourself how thick you want it. That's about thick enough for me. Simply just lower your sausages in amongst there. Just make sure they get covered. Now you could just cook that in the stove top, but you want to put your cartouche over the top, place in the middle of the oven. So if you turn that ring down but don't put it off altogether, you're going to need it again for your leeks. And the potatoes, you can see they're on a very, very gentle boil. Don't want it to be any more aggressive than that, because then they start to break up and you end up with really soggy potatoes. So I'll just wait for them to be ready. Just before they're ready, I'll place another little pan on, and I'll get myself organised. Right, so when your potatoes are ready, you should be able to put a knife in and they should fall off. That's the way of testing. Right, so put the heat off on that and heat up another pan. This is for your leeks. So we'll come back in, say 3 minutes once that pan's warmed up. Once that gets up to heat, make sure your leeks have been well drained, and we'll get a good bit of butter in there, say about 50 to 75 grams. You want to melt that down. While that's doing that, Then your potatoes, your tatties as we call them, where I'm from. And just return to that hot top there. Okay, so once the pan's got a good coating, put in your leeks. Give it a dint because you'll be needing that for the potatoes. Some salt into the leeks. And some pepper. Now for your potatoes. Now, there's a couple of ways you could mash these. You could use the back of a spoon and put that into a bowl. I'm just going to use a potato masher. So you don't need to see that, so just keep an eye on your leeks, give them a stir and mash the potatoes until they're really smooth. So, once you've mashed your tatties, put a lid on and put it back on just that hot top. If it's gas you've got, then just leave it on a really low heat. And then basically you cook your leeks until they've kind of just softened. If you want to cook them longer, fine. And then back on the heat with your mashed potatoes, get all that leeks and butter in there. So, I mean, mashed potatoes can take as much butter as there is potatoes. I.e., if you've got a pound of potatoes, you could stick a pound of butter in. And that's rather quite a lot. So, just on the heat, you can see that butter was sufficient for the mash. If you want to put cream in here, you could put in cream. If you want to put more butter in, put more butter. If you want to put milk or a milk alternative. So that's them ready. Just give them a quick taste.
Hot.
No, I was thinking they might need a little bit more salt. So put all your rings off, put these to one side, give them a salt. Taste that they're ready, give them a good beating, like a ginger stepchild. Lid on, pan away, clean up your worktop, and by that time you should be ready to take the sausages out of the oven. So I'll be with you in a second. Right, so you've tidied up. I meant to say you should put your bowls in the oven. So by that time, the sausages should be cooked. Careful with the handle of your pan, obviously it's going to be very hot. It's just been simmering away nicely, that's great. Right, first things first, you need to dish up your potatoes. Like a spoon. So if you want to be a bit poncy and do more of a quenelle, you'll need to have a bit of patience. Loving you say that. Now I did deliberately make extra potatoes, so this should be enough. I'll quickly give this spoon a wipe. So your hot bowls. How many sausages you want?
2.
Is that all?
3 then.
If you wanted to be a bit more delicate and layer your sausages on, then by all means. Just a bit of gravy on. I'm going to have 4 because I'm a hungrier Lou. Again, doesn't have to look pretty. If you want to make it look pretty, fine, but it doesn't have to. Right, there we go. Crappy cooking stewed beef sausages with leaky buttered mash. Happy crappy cooking.